Hi, Lit Studies 11D. Hope everyone is doing all right and putting in this last bit of energy to finish up the semester. Just 2 weeks left. So thank you. Every single student did the essay and did the essay on time. Thank you so much. Some of you redid it because you forgot to talk about the two texts. So thank you again for taking the time to do the assignment correctly. I want to go over an example because you will be doing the same kind of thing for our final exam. You'll be asked to write about our novel, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. Okay, some of you are putting down the illustrator's name as the author. She's the cartoonist or the illustrator. She's not the author. Sherman Alexie. And then you'll get a different text, obviously not this same one, but something where I can then create a topic that allows you to talk about both texts. Okay, so Jaden did a nice job and he was kind enough to allow me to use this as an example. So it's not perfect, okay? Writing is hard to achieve perfection with. It's not a physics equation. I know that upsets some of you. But there's a lot of strengths here, including the overall structure, how he structured the introduction, and he's got a nice thesis. Okay, so the one thing, and Jaden acknowledges he forgot to cut and paste that academic honesty statement, but he did put it on another version. So for the final exam, you want to make sure that you've cut and pasted that academic honesty statement that says that you haven't gone online, etc. So I'm always impressed when the student has a title. Okay, it sets me up for a good experience. Students often ask, is our title graded? No, but it shows that you understand writing and that writing should have a title related to the topic. It's simple, it's clear, it's effective. So Jaden chose to start with a hook, and his hook is statistics based, okay, which is fine. Like I keep saying, I'm not a fan of rhetorical questions. If they're used properly, they can be okay, but they're not the greatest. So, starting broad and then narrowing down. Statistics show that Black Americans and white Americans use drugs at similar rates, but Black Americans are 6 times more likely to be arrested for this. It's just an example of the type of racism that runs rampant in America. Okay, so we probably need to make this 2 sentences. Otherwise, it's what's called a run-on. Then he starts talking about the 2 texts, so going from broad to a little bit narrower, and then finally the very narrow thesis. The novel The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie and Yul Kwon, From Bullying Target to Reality TV Star by NPR staff, are 2 texts that deal with America's racial issues by discussing bullying. Through is fine, I guess. Non-white role models and risking relationships better for everyone else. Here we've got that vague word there. Which, it kind of makes sense here. But many of you will see comments on your essays. Unclear pronouns. Okay, so risking their relationships, maybe the characters' relationships, something like that. So here's another thing to fix, the number 2. Okay, when we're writing formally in English, you want to make sure that anytime you have a number that's 20 or under, you have to actually type it out. TWO. Okay, and then thesis. These 2 texts show how racism can force people to break out of their shells. I've read some stronger thesis statements, but this isn't bad. It's still on topic and shows that it's going to talk about how racism motivated both Junior and Yul Kwon to kind of shake up their routines. Okay, so clear topic sentence. They both had racial bullying in school. Again, that's not the fanciest sentence in the world, but it's simple and effective. It tells me exactly what this paragraph is going to be about. Okay, for the support, Jaden discuss, of course, that scene that is shocking to all of us when we read it, the language that was used and how it kind of metaphorically smacks Junior in the face before Junior, of course, goes and smacks someone literally in the face. Um, and Jaden calls that the justice punch, and I approve of that message. So, again, this idea that Junior has made this choice. He he's faced bullying, of course, before, as you all pointed out. But when he goes to the white school in Reardon, that's where the real racist bullying rears its ugly head and forces him to even kind of stick to his commitment even stronger. He could have said, well, I don't want to go to a school full of racists, but he stays there and he continues on his path, even though it was a really tough thing for him to do. Okay, and then within the same paragraph, Jaden discusses the case of Yul Kwan, and again, the bullying. So both characters, I know Yul Kwan's a real character, a real person, not just a character in a story, but they both kind of put up with bullying to a certain point, and then kind of have this epiphany moment where they realize that they have to stand up to it. Okay. Also, the idea too that Yul Kwan, some of you said he had a bad accent. It's like, no, he had a lisp, he had a speech impediment. Okay, and that's one reason he became so quiet. And then the next section deals with, again, that common idea of neither of these people had a role model in their racial group that they felt they could look up to. Okay, so Junior, we've seen this in this novel, we've seen it in Sherman Alexie's short stories. This idea that because of the hopelessness on the reservation, many people grow up to be adults that aren't very good role models, perhaps because of alcoholism or any of the other major problems on the reservation. So there's no one for Junior to look up to on the res. And Yul Kwan talks about that as well. As a young man growing up, seeing Asian American actors um, in roles that were very stereotypical. And so that caused him to want to go into entertainment and not be that stereotype of, the karate master or the chef or whatever. And then Jaden's third paragraph, body paragraph, talks about this idea that they had to risk losing relationships in order to build these better futures for themselves. Okay, so of course, Junior really risks his relationship with his best friend, and pretty much the only good relationship he had on the reservation. Yul Kwan had to risk damaging his relationship with his father. Okay, so again, we've got the number 2. We need to fix that. And like I've said before, this is just one sentence for a conclusion, but in a test or timed situation, that might be all the time you have. I'm pretty sure in this case, Jaden and most of you took my advice and you kind of gave yourself a 2-hour time limit to do the reading and the writing. So as long as you've got at least one good solid sentence, okay, and it's on topic. So again, I hope everyone's clear with this topic. This topic was not in any way saying racism is a good thing. Obviously it's not, but how both of these people / characters kind of were affected by it, and it caused them to make significant changes in their life. Okay, so this is the kind of thing you're aiming for on the final exam. It'll be the same kind of thing. You'll have to talk about the novel plus one other text that I give you. Okay, so Jaden chose to have 3 body paragraphs. 3 on a test situation, 2 is fine. Of course, it's not the same kind of test situation we're used to in school. So if you can have the 3 body paragraphs, that'd be great. And again, remember, Sherman Alexie is our author's name. Okay, don't write the name of the illustrator. On the topic sheet, I always give you the the titles and the names, so make sure you read that as well. I will post a PDF version of this on our MS Teams so that you can read it over if you want to as kind of study help. If you have any questions about anything at all, the final exam or anything else, you know how to reach me. A reminder that late work will not be accepted after June 19th. So if you are a student who's submitting late work to me or any of your other teachers, please make sure you email us or message us to let us know what it is and where you put it. Okay, like I finished my chapter 18 questions, they're on turnitin.com, something like that. Okay, teachers won't be spending the whole weekend just searching, hoping to find things. You need to be direct with your teachers and let us know. With this particular class, we really haven't had any major problems with people with missing work or late work, so that's awesome. But do go through your student portal. If you see any zeros, you'll also see the comment about emailing me when you've uploaded the work, or message me on MS Teams chat. Enjoy the rest of your day.